Hey friends, welcome back to Unlocked English Fluency. Today I want to talk about something that is making big news around the world right now, and it is affecting the lives of so many people in simple ways we can all understand. Imagine two close neighbors, like best friends who live next door and share everything, suddenly having a big argument about money and business. That is exactly what is happening between the United States and Canada right now in what people are calling a trade war. Right now, in March 2026, the United States, under President Trump, has put extra taxes called tariffs on many goods coming from Canada, like steel, aluminum, cars, lumber from trees, and even some energy products. Canada has also put some taxes back on American goods in reply. This is making prices higher for everyday things, and talks are going on to fix it, but it is not easy yet. The background is quite simple. The two countries have been trading freely for many years under an agreement called USMCA, which is like a big rule book that says most goods can cross the border without extra taxes so businesses can work together smoothly. But President Trump says the deal is not fair for America. He wants to fix the trade balance, meaning he thinks America buys more from Canada than it sells, and he also wants Canada to do more to stop illegal things crossing the border like drugs. That is why he started adding these tariffs last year. And even though some big court decisions changed a few of them, many tariffs on important things like metal and wood are still there today. For example, steel and aluminum from Canada now face up to 50% extra tax in many cases. Cars and auto parts have 25% tariffs, and softwood lumber has around 10% or more depending on the product. Canada replied with its own tariffs on things like American cars, steel, and some farm products. This back and forth started getting stronger in 2025 and continued into this year. Right now, the situation is tense, but not completely broken. Negotiations have started again between the leaders and their teams because the big trade agreement needs a review soon, around July this year. Some goods that follow the old rules still move without extra taxes, but many others face 10 to 50% extra cost depending on what they are. Canada is also talking more with other countries like China and Europe to buy and sell different things, which is making America a bit unhappy. President Trump even threatened very high tariffs up to 100% if Canada makes big deals with China. There was also talk about delaying a new bridge between the two countries because of these problems. The Supreme Court in America struck down some of the widest tariffs earlier this year, but the special ones on steel, aluminum, cars, and lumber are mostly still active. Talks with Mexico are moving a little faster than with Canada, and that is making some people in Canada worried. Prime Minister Mark Carney and his team are working hard to protect Canadian jobs while keeping the friendship with America strong. They say Canada has some good cards to play, like selling more energy and oil to the United States when the world needs it. This trade war is hitting real people hard every single day. In Canada, workers in factories that make cars or cut trees for lumber are worried about losing jobs because their products cost more to sell in America, which is their biggest customer. Many factories have already slowed down production, and some have let workers go home early or reduced shifts. Farmers who send dairy, eggs, or other food feel the pressure too, because American buyers sometimes choose cheaper options from elsewhere. Small businesses that depend on selling wood for houses or furniture are seeing orders drop. In the United States, people buying cars or building houses may pay higher prices because materials from Canada suddenly cost more. Families on both sides feel it when they go to the shop. Milk, cheese, wood for furniture, even petrol can become a little expensive. Construction companies in America are complaining that lumber prices went up, so new houses cost more to build, and that affects young families who want to buy their first home. Truck drivers who move goods across the border every day are facing delays and extra paperwork, which means higher costs for everyone. In big cities like Toronto, Detroit, and Montreal, thousands of families are watching their income carefully these days, wondering if things will get better or worse next month. Let me tell you a bit more about how this feels for normal people. Think about a family in Ontario that works in an auto parts factory. The father has been making engine parts for American cars for 20 years. Now, with the extra tariffs, the company is not sure how many orders will come next year, so they stopped hiring new people, and some older workers are nervous about their future. In British Columbia, a young man who cuts trees for lumber says his company used to send almost everything to the United States, but now sales are down 25% in some places, and he is worried about paying his bills. On the American side, a builder in New York says the wood he buys from Canada is now more expensive, so he has to charge his customers more for a new kitchen or deck, and some people cancel their plans because they can't afford it. Even in grocery stores, some dairy products from Canada or the US feel the ripple effect when prices move up a little. Students who study business in colleges are learning about this in class and wondering what kind of job market they will face after graduation. Retirees who have savings in company stocks are checking the news every morning because company values can change when trade news comes out. My simple opinion is that both countries are like family. They need each other a lot, and fighting with extra taxes might hurt more than it helps in the long run. It's better when friends sit down, talk calmly, and find a middle way that keeps jobs safe and prices low for everyone. Canada has strong points, like reliable energy supplies that America needs, and America has a huge market that helps Canadian businesses grow. If they work together instead of against each other, both sides can win. History shows that when neighbors trade freely, everyone gets better jobs, cheaper goods, and stronger economies. Right now, it feels a bit stressful, but I believe good talks can solve most problems if both sides listen with open hearts. What do you think, friends? Do you feel this trade problem between USA and Canada will get solved soon before the big review in July? Or will it make life more expensive for normal people like us for a longer time? Have you noticed any price changes in your city for things like cars, furniture, milk, or building materials that come from other countries? Maybe some of you work in factories or shops that buy or sell across the border. Share your real stories in the comments below. I read every comment and love hearing from you all because it helps me understand how this news touches your daily life. If this easy explanation helped you understand the current news better, practice your English listening, and feel more confident following global stories, please give the video a big like. It really helps my channel grow so I can keep making more videos like this. Subscribe right now if you haven't done it yet, and turn on the bell notifications so you never miss when I explain real global stories, economy news, or simple English tips in a friendly way. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Stay safe, take care of your family, hug the people you love, and I will see you in the next video very soon. Bye, friends. Take care.